Well, hello everyone. How you doing? Welcome to the business plan video. This video is probably one of the most important videos on this whole marketing and training system. Why? Because every successful business starts out with a business plan. And a lot of people fail in the home-based business industry because they never treat it like a real business. As a matter of fact, a lot of people get excited about the opportunity, get excited about the business, and they think they're just going to go out there and just kind of do something and you'll become successful. As a matter of fact, so many people think that, they're looking for that push button, do nothing wealth. And in reality, that ends up costing them money. How have you been doing? You see, the home-based business industry is one of the most lucrative businesses and business model in the world for those that treat it like a real business. And so with the business plan strategy here, with the business planning video, I'm going to show you and give you a business plan guide so that you can put together your numbers. You can put together your plan so you have a plan of action to follow. You see, there's the saying, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Now, some of you are going to look at this page I'm about to show you, and you will find yourself suddenly overwhelmed. But unless you really understand that this is a real business, let me ask you this. How many of you have gone to college and spent tens of thousands of dollars in tuition to go through college and maybe get a college degree? And how many of you have created tremendous wealth from that degree? It amazes me that people join the home-based business and get started in the business hoping to make a big six-digit income, and yet they're not willing to put in the type of work and education that it really takes to become successful. Now, the cool thing is that you can become really successful in the home-based business industry in a very short period of time. There's really not that much to learn because a lot of the times, just like what we offer at NMSS, pretty much everything is done for you. You just need to make sure that you know what you need to do on a daily basis, take action behind that plan, and do it consistently, and you'll become successful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a quick overview. I'm not going to go through it step by step. I'm just going to give you guys a quick overview. I encourage you to take the time to read through it, print it out. And some of you, you know what? I mean, I hate to say this, but 98% of you are probably not even going to try or not even going to do it. The thing that's really important is that do take the time. This is your future. This is, if you're looking to the home-based business industry, doesn't matter what company that you're building, what business you're building, or you're building it with NMSS, what you need to do is take the time to really put together the plan. Understand the numbers that you have to go through. Understand why you're building the business and what for. And then set out to do and put action behind it consistently and give yourself a chance. Most people don't give themselves a chance to succeed in the business. Doesn't matter what company that you're with. Most companies out there in the home-based business industry, online or offline, offers incredible products and opportunities. But most people, and I'm going to ask you to ask yourself, have you given yourself a chance to succeed? Have you taken the time to consistently put forth effort and educate yourself on how to become better? If you find something is not working, you don't just change companies. Have you taken the time to learn how to improve on that particular strategy? Or is there a better strategy that you can apply and then give that strategy a chance to work? Most people jump from one company to another and jump from one marketing strategy to another without giving themselves enough chance to succeed. I hope in 2014 and the last days of 2013, you give yourself an incredible opportunity and chance to succeed. All right? So here we go. Down at the bottom of this video, there's a button that says your dreams and business game plan to achieve them. And when you click on it, it pulls up this page right here. What I encourage you to do is pretty much go through this, all right? Print it out, fill it out, and then post it. And I encourage you to read what you answered every single day. Make it part of your daily action plan. Is reading your commitment, reading your business plan until you have it embedded every single day in your mind. Okay? So here's the first question is, do you have the heart and desire to change your current lifestyle? Are you happy where you're at? Are you satisfied where you're at? Is where you're at all you want to be? Because if you are, then guess what? There's probably no reason for you to go pursue the home-based business success. All right? What does your dream lifestyle look like? Now, I believe in having a short-term, medium, and long-term dreams and goals. You know, the short-term to me is making that first 90-day action plan. I don't care if you've been in the business and the industry for so long. Draw a line, and from that line on, give yourself a 90-day push. As a matter of fact, I'll have a video in the system here about 90-day blitzes and how to make that really count. Every time I've grown and achieved certain goals or win a contest in the companies I was with, it was because we put together a 90-day blitz. All right? So a 90-day plan, a 1-year plan, and then a 2 to 5 year plan. Now, here's the cool thing. With today's technology and opportunities available, it's not a 2 to 5 year plan to just start changing your life and being able to replace a job income. It can be as little as 2 to 5 month plan nowadays. All right. So what's your dream lifestyle look like? And then start identifying it. You know, the ultimate lifestyle. What kind of home? $1 million home, a second home on the water, or by the river, or by the mountain. What kind of cars would you drive? How many vacations? What kind of other dreams, like being able to retire your parents, or being able to impact the world, different areas of the world, being able to do charity work or mission trips, okay? What does your dream day look like? Would you wake up as early as you do now? Would you deal with traffic like you may do right now? How about this? How would you wake up? Alarm clock? No alarm clock. You roll out of bed when you're ready to roll out? And then you get an opportunity and chance to actually go to the gym and work out, or your own gym in your own house. How many hours a week would you work? Or how many hours a day would you work? Especially if you have control and you learn about outsourcing and being able to pay other people to do some of the things that you shouldn't have to worry about. How would you spend the rest of your time? Playing with your kids, traveling, doing some of your hobbies? How much monthly income would it take to be able to live that dream lifestyle? Okay, everybody's got their own choices. You know, heck, imagine if you have an extra $100,000 per person within your household. Would that be a pretty decent life to live? Okay. How much would it cost for that dream lifestyle? Now, here's the big question right here. Can you actually see yourself reaching the financial goal? Can you feel it? This is really important, because if you don't, and if you don't see it, you don't feel it, then there's doubt that's creeping into you. So you need more association. You need to really be around people that are succeeding. You need to be listening. You need to be developing, and you need to be reminding yourself of that dream. Getting around. Association is really, really powerful. And then take action behind it, because the more you put action behind it, the more success you create. The more success you create, the better you feel about achieving your goals. Okay? Here's the other one. Are you committed to the following game plan to reach that goal? How committed are you? Is a football game on TV going to be able to defray you from doing what you're supposed to do? Or the little things in life going to distract you from accomplishing big things? Is cleaning the garage, does it become more important than cleaning your life? Okay? Who besides you is going to benefit from reaching that goal? Family, your spouse, your kids, who else? How about being able to impact a third country or an area or your city, the kids, the homeless? What personal assets do you have to help you achieve your goals fast? Now, personal assets include time. Now, I know a lot of you may have a full-time job and you work outside of the home, but how much time are you willing to put in to create success, to gain your freedom, to get your life back, to be able to get rid of the 40-hour work week and increase the amount of time available for you and your family an extra 40 hours? Okay, how much time are you willing to put forth? Amazes me when people say, yeah, I'm serious, I want to become successful, but I'm kind of busy. I've got this league and I've got this league and I've got season tickets here. So I might be able to put in maybe half an hour, maybe an hour, maybe 2-3 times a week. Well, you know what? I hope you're not aiming to make a big 4 and 5 digit monthly income, because it's really not going to happen that way, at least not that fast. It can with the right system and the right consistency, and in addition to that, putting in some investment into some paid marketing strategies. Okay? Startup capital. Here's another area where I believe people fail, or causes them to fail. When you put in the minimum, as little as you can, without considering the results, amazes me. I want to make a lot of money, but gosh, it costs $50. It costs $100. Guys, try buying a real business. Right? The last business I bought cost me $120,000, and it carried a $15,000 a month overhead. $120,000 with a $15,000 a month overhead. And it's a small business. And people complain, and you know what? I never made 6 digit in that company before the economy crashed. The economy ended up taking it away, and we still owed money for the money that it cost us to buy that business. Amazes me when people whine and complain, oh, I can't believe I have to spend, $500 or $100 or $500 or $1,000. Guys, go for the maximum, because when you go in with the maximum, you get more committed, and also the profit potential that you'll have, depending on the opportunity that you're with, can probably increase a lot more. Okay? Some opportunities may cost a lot more, but then the returns are a lot bigger. And guess what? When you put in, and especially if you had to stretch, and you put in and you go all in. Now, I'm not saying to just do it. Make sure that it's an opportunity. You understand the potential, that you understand the work that it takes. As long as you're willing to do those things, and you know that you'll have guidance, guess what? When you put in and you stretch to make sure that you can be all in, guess what? Then you can become all in to creating success. All right? To creating success. When people borrow money to buy traditional businesses, why wouldn't you consider that, if that's what it would take to be able to buy all in to whatever business that you're with, and invest in yourself, invest in the business, invest in the education, invest in activity, invest in marketing. Okay? Do that. What is the marketing budget, initially and monthly, that you can put towards your business? Let's just say, even if you don't profit for the first 6 months, but you're building up a business. Again, remember, try to compare it. When you start thinking of, oh, gee, I don't know if I want to spend that much, think again. Remember, what other business? As a matter of fact, one question I like to ask people, well, if you were to decide to make more money in your job, would it take maybe a better education? If that's the case, how much would school cost you? How much time would it take to go to classes twice or 4 nights a week? How many hours a day, a night would you have to go to school? And how many hours would you have to study? And how much is tuition? Guys, I'm in Washington, and right now the average for just the local university is already about 18 to 20 plus $1,000 a year just in tuition, not including books, not including boarding and food, just tuition. Okay? Think about that. So what is the marketing budget? Now, here's what's important. Most people, when I ask them, okay, how many people would it take for you to make X amount of dollars? Most people don't know. How many sales would you need to make? How many people would you need to sponsor? How many people would you need to help sponsor so many people in your business? And what kind of money would you make at that point? If you don't know your numbers, then how are you going to hit your income? You have to know your numbers. You have to know how many people you might have to go through. How many people needs to sign up? Now, depending on the opportunity that you're a part of, whether you've got a $25, a $50, a $100, a $500, a $1,000, whatever it is, understand your number. Know your compensation plan. Okay? Understand your compensation plan, look at the numbers, and then work backwards and find out, okay, what would it take to meet those kind of goals? If you want to make $10,000 in the next, if you want to make $5,000 a month, let's say by January, how many people would you need to have in place that are on subscription basis or on a monthly income, whatever it is? I don't know what your compensation plan is. That's why I like the business plan that I offer or the compensation plan, because there's no second guessing. We know exactly a $25 commission, I need to have 400 sales. Now, because of the structure, I don't have to do those 400 sales myself personally. And what's cool about that is that it can be residual and the pass-ups and things like that. But overall, there's 400 people that's paying $25 a month for me to make that $10,000 a month income. All right? But I don't have to do it all based on the structure. Do you understand your compensation? How about at a $50 commission or a $100 commission? How does your compensation plan work? Do you understand it? If you don't understand it, then how are you going to hit your income goal? Okay? Sometimes, unfortunately, certain companies have such a tough compensation plan that you can't even understand how to set the goal. But sometimes you can trim it down based on how many people are subscribing or buying this amount of volume, and how do you put together that volume, then how many people in a group, and how many groups do you need to build to make that kind of income. I knew in the first business I was in, for an example, I knew I had to have 75 to 125 people producing X amount of dollars for me to generate an extra $3,000 to $4,000 a month. Whatever it is, but understand it. If you don't know your compensation plan and you don't know the strategy, then how are you going to be able to set a goal for your income? And how are you going to know what to do and what you need to put together to accomplish those goals? Okay? So I've got all this here. And then you have to make sure that you understand what are the things that are going to help you build your business, not only right now, but it's going to create long-term results. Okay? We build, and remember this, you guys, don't base the success or the residual income based on the company that you're with. That would help, but you need to understand how you can build a successful business no matter which company you become part of. Would you understand what it would take to create not only immediate profit, but long-term results, so that no matter what company you touch, it turns into gold? You ever notice a lot of the leaders out there? It's almost like anything they touch, boom, they suddenly make tons of money. Why? Because they understood what they needed to build, which really it comes down to a database, a relationship with that database, and credibility with that particular niche market database. Okay? Do you understand that? Then you need to make sure that you understand how to put that together. So in summary, you guys, this is the ultimate game plan. Take the time to read it. Take the time to jot it down on a piece of paper. There's one of the leaders that I know that have built an organization with over 100,000 people. I remember he said one time, he goes, sometimes you have to slow down, set out the game plan, put it together, put the game plan, put the team in place, find the right people in place, kind of put it together, and then you go bam into some heavy, massive action to make things happen. One of the top leaders that I follow and work with, he did a 90-day blitz, and he did it right. It's not just hard work, but he put it together, put the team together. They made commitments, and in that 90 days between September through December, the year after, they went from zero to making over almost $1 million that year. But that's because they put together a game plan. They understood their numbers. They acted upon it. They worked as a team, and then they worked really, really hard to make it happen. Where are you at in your business? Are you just going to diddly-daddly around, hoping that you'll make money and this opportunity, that opportunity, or this opportunity, or that opportunity? Do you have the shiny ball syndrome, or are you serious? I can't tell you, I've been putting together NMSS for the last 2 years. And how many times I was being distracted, I was being promoted, and everybody, to this day, I get a text, hey, we've got this thing, this new business, but I have stayed focused. No matter if I'm slowed down my income, I know this coming year, it's going to explode 100-fold, more than 100-fold in the next 12 months because I've been putting together the game plan, I've been putting together the team, and now we're putting some serious, heavy action behind it to make it fly. Where are you going to be in 2014 or the next 12 months? It's all up to you. Talk to you soon. Have a great one. Bye-bye.